Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share my journey and some practical tips on how I scored a 770 on the GMAT. If you're aiming for a top percentile score, want to boost your MBA application, or just want to feel confident on test day, stick around. I'll break down my exact prep strategy, daily routine, resources I used, and some honest advice about what worked and what didn't. Let's get started. Why the GMAT matters. First off, let's set the stage. The GMAT isn't just another standardized test, it's the gateway to the world's best business schools. A high score can open doors to scholarships, make your application stand out, and give you options at top MBA programs. But getting into the 700 plus club, that takes smart, focused work. Step 1. Understand the GMAT structure. Before you ever touch a practice question, really know the format. The GMAT consists of 4 main sections: quantitative reasoning, math and data analysis; verbal reasoning, critical reasoning, reading comprehension, sentence correction; integrated reasoning, multi-source reasoning, graphics, 2-part analysis; analytical writing assessment, analyzing an argument. Each section is unique in style and timing. If you know exactly what's coming, you'll be much less likely to panic on test day. Step 2. Take a diagnostic test. The very first thing I did was take a full-length official GMAT practice test. This wasn't to get a great score, but to find out where my strengths and weaknesses were, how it felt to sit for a full exam, timing, focus, stamina, which question types I struggled with most. This diagnostic was crucial in building a personalized study plan. Step 3. Build a focused study plan. With my baseline in hand, I didn't waste time reviewing things I already knew. Instead, I built my plan around my weak spots. Here's how I did it. Quantitative, reviewed foundational math skills, algebra, geometry, word problems, and especially data sufficiency, a unique GMAT question type. Focused on time management, practice setting a strict timer for each problem set. Verbal, split my prep into critical reasoning, sentence correction, and reading comprehension. Built a grammar cheat sheet for recurring sentence correction rules. Did focused drills on identifying argument flaws and assumptions. Integrated reasoning and writing. Spent less time here, but made sure I was familiar with multi-source data and practiced a few essays under timed conditions. Pro tip. I set aside blocks of time each day, sometimes just 45 minutes if I was busy, sometimes 2 hours on weekends. The key was consistency. I never let more than a day go by without at least some GMAT work. Step 4. Use official GMAT materials first. With so many resources out there, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Here's my honest advice. Start with official GMAT practice questions and exams. The wording, logic, and answer structure on official material is closest to what you'll see on test day. Third-party books and online banks can be helpful, but only after you're comfortable with the real thing. I went through every question in the GMAT official guide, reviewed my mistakes, and made flashcards for problem types I missed more than once. Step 5. Review your mistakes. Don't just count your wins. This was probably the most important part of my prep. Every time I got a question wrong or even got it right but guessed, I wrote down what tripped me up, timing, careless reading, a concept I didn't know, how I could spot and fix this mistake in the future. I kept a mistake log and reviewed it weekly. Over time, my errors dropped, my confidence grew, and I started to recognize GMAT traps before falling for them. Step 6. Master time management and endurance. The GMAT isn't just a test of knowledge, it's a test of mental stamina. Here's how I trained for it. Took at least 4 full-length timed practice tests leading up to my exam. Practiced section chaining, doing quant straight into verbal, then integrated reasoning to build my focus for the real exam. Simulated test conditions as closely as possible, no distractions, only allowed breaks, and used the same scratch paper style as the real thing. Pro tip, use the same breaks and timing as the real GMAT so you're ready for the actual test flow. Step 7. Fine-tune your strategy. A few weeks out, I focused on strategy and edge skills. Learn to let go of time-sucking questions quickly. Don't let one hard problem ruin your pace. Practice smart guessing. eliminate clearly wrong answers, make the best guess, move on, reviewed last-minute grammar rules and math formulas. I also made sure I was sleeping well, eating healthy, and giving myself downtime. Mental burnout is real. Test day tips. On the day of the test, arrive early with your ID and confirmation letter. Stay calm. If you start to panic, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and focus on just the next question. Trust your prep. Don't second-guess your strategy at the last minute. What worked and what didn't? What helped the most? Relentless review of mistakes, not just successes. Consistency, studying most days, even if only for a short burst. Prioritizing official GMAT questions. What didn't help? Cramming. The GMAT rewards smart, sustained effort over last-minute marathons, over-relying on third-party materials, especially at the start. Quick pause. If you're getting ready for the GMAT and want a resource that actually helps, let me recommend something that's really made a difference for a lot of students. Check out the GMAT Study Guide by Mervoxid Press. This guide is loaded with realistic practice questions, clear explanations, and strategies for every section of the GMAT quant, verbal, integrated reasoning, and the analytical writing assessment. What's great is that it doesn't just teach you the content. It walks you through how to approach tough questions, manage your time, and avoid common traps on test day. There are practice tests, answer breakdowns, and even tips on building up your test endurance. So if you want to walk into your GMAT feeling prepared and confident, definitely take a look at the GMAT Study Guide by Mervoxid Press. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. All right, let's get back to our GMAT strategies. If you're aiming for a top GMAT score, remember, it's not about being a genius. It's about building habits, knowing the test inside out, and not giving up when you hit a plateau. I started out with a much lower score than 770, but by staying focused and adapting my strategy, I made huge gains. You can too.